to StatScout. Today, our file is Liverpool Football Club. It is the first days of 2026. The weather is cold at Anfield, but the statistics are on fire. The team under Arne is in the race for the top of the Premier League. However, when we go beneath the surface, we see one of the strangest stories in modern football. Liverpool dominates the ball, passes, and suffocates the opponent, but they simply cannot close their goal to scoring. Mohamed Salah's role has changed. Hugo Ekitike has turned into a goal machine, and the defensive line is like a ticking time bomb. Today, we will solve this great contradiction. We will examine the team's X-ray down to its cells, with the tables we will project on the screen. If you are ready, we are taking a deep dive into the world of data. Let's look at the big picture first. The Premier League table is on the screen. Liverpool is in fourth place with 33 points after 19 matches. On paper, everything is fine, right? But focus on the goal difference column, only +4. While the leader Arsenal and follower City are widening the gap, Liverpool is like a mid-table team in goal difference. Now, please look carefully at this season summary table coming to the screen. Liverpool's paradox is hidden right in these rows. Let's compare the first two rows. The goal row says 30. That is 1.67 goals per match. The attack is doing its job. However, the goals conceded row right below it is a disaster scenario. Exactly 26 goals conceded. Shift your eyes a bit further to the right. They concede an average of 1.44 goals per match. If a title contender sees almost 1.5 goals in their net per match, lifting that trophy is nearly impossible. Let's go down to the bottom of the table, to the possession row. We see a dominance between 55% and 61% on average. Arne wants to control the game, to keep the ball at his feet. But the table screams this to us. You might have the ball, but you don't have control of the game. There is one more small detail you shouldn't miss here. Look at the shots row. The number inside the parenthesis is 251. The outside number is 156. Do you know what this means? Almost 100 of Liverpool's shots were blocked. So, when the team cannot get organized, they shoot unconsciously at the crowded defense. The proof of inefficiency is right here. So, how did we get to this point? The last 10 matches form table projected on the screen lays out the season's story like a film strip. Please go down to the bottom of the table to November. The Manchester City match, 0-3 defeat. Look at the shot column. Only 7 shots, 1 on target. City destroyed Liverpool on the pitch. Go up one row immediately. The Nottingham Forest match. The data here is incredible. Look at the possession column, 74%. This is the season record. But what does the result column say? 0-3 defeat. Liverpool had the ball, but Forest pulled the plug with 3 counterattacks. The clearest proof of the sterile possession disease is in this row. Slide your eyes a bit further up to the PSV match. They took 27 shots, but the score is 1-4. The defense raised the white flag that night. However, as we go up to the top of the table, towards the present day, the colors change. Arne changed the tactic. Focus on the West Ham row. Possession dropped to 56%, meaning Liverpool left the ball to the opponent a little. The result? A 2-0 win. This table teaches us a very clear lesson. When Liverpool leaves the ball to the opponent and attacks fast, they win. When they keep the ball at 70%, they leave gaps in defense. Now let's move on to the players. Who is scoring the goals? You see the top scorers table on the screen. The familiar name Salah is not at the top. Look at number 1. Hugo Ekitike, exactly 11 goals in 25 matches. The real place you need to examine here is the total XG column on the right. The data expected Ekitike to score 8.1 goals, but he scored 11 goals. So Ekitike beat the statistical science. He converts positions into goals with a much higher percentage than expected. Look at the rest of the list. Szoboszlai, Salah and Gakpo are ranked with 5 goals each. There is a chasm between Ekitike and the others. The team's goal burden is now entirely on this young Frenchman's shoulders. So who is more efficient? Salah or Ekitike? The shot analysis table coming to the screen will be discussed a lot. Look at the top of the list, at Salah. He took 35 shots, the player who tries the most in the team. But the number of shots on target right next to it is 12. The accuracy rate is only 34%. Now go down to the third row, the Ekitike row. He took 31 shots, but 14 of them found the goal. The accuracy rate is 45%. The goal-shot ratio column on the far right puts the final point. Salah's ratio is 0.11, meaning he needs to take about 10 shots to score a goal. Ekitike's ratio is 0.26, meaning 1 out of every 4 shots Ekitike takes becomes a goal. Here is the efficiency difference. We talked about goal scorers, but who manages the brain? Here is the assist leaders table. Pay close attention to row number 3, Mohamed Salah. His goal count might have dropped, but look at the key pass column on the far right. Exactly 51 key passes. Compared to other players, Gakpo, 54, and Szoboszlai, 44. Salah is still at the center of production. The table proves to us that Salah is playing like a creator number 10, not a finisher anymore. Finally, let's look at why the team concedes goals so easily. There is the most fouls committed table on the screen. Look carefully at the bottom of the list. At the 6th row, there is a star mark next to Conor Bradley's name. Why? Bradley looks like he only committed 15 fouls, but look at the yellow card column. Exactly 7 yellow cards. This is an incredible number. He is about to be suspended in the middle of the season. He is the most aggressive player in the team, with a fouls per 90 minutes rate of 2.0. The young right-back is the weakest link in the defense and constantly sees cards. At the top of the list is Ibrahima Konate. 21 fouls and 5 yellow cards. The fact that centre-backs see so many cards shows the panic and aggression in the defensive setup. So who relieves the team? The most fouls drawn table is on the screen. Alexis McAllister is at the top. He was fouled 15 times. He takes the pressure in the midfield, keeps the ball, and lets his team breathe. Gravenberch follows him with 13 fouls. In conclusion, StatScout viewers, Liverpool has great potential. They have a diamond like Ekitike in attack. However, the tables we just examined do not lie. The defense is giving an alarm. Bradley and Konate's card problems could cause headaches. If they want the championship, they must learn from the matches where they had 74% possession and lost 3-0. Do you think Arne Slot can lift the cup at the end of the season? Or will defensive errors bring their end? Let's discuss in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to StatScout for more data, more tables, and deeper analysis. Goodbye!